What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another transfer extra slash injury report already. It's preseason, not even 1st of July, and we have some potentially horrendous news. Let's be honest. We will get into it immediately. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And yeah, let's go. So guys and girls, the idea of this video was based on midfielders, and it got even more spicier because I think everybody would have read by now the Pogba situation. He picked up an injury, not a muscle injury, even something worse. I will read it out first. It's from Juve, so it's an official statement. And they're saying, following complaining of pain in his right knee, Pogba underwent radiological examinations that revealed a lesion of the lateral meniscus. In the next few hours, he will undergo specialist orthopedic consultation. Therefore, in order to continue treatment, he is not taking part in the trip to Dallas. So, this is the injury. The report doesn't say it's torn, so that's good for now. But it also says it needs more checkups. Now, at the moment, while I'm recording this video, nobody has a clue how long he's gonna be out. There are at least 10 reports out there. Tutto Sport, Gazzetta dello Sport, Monbolano, Fabiano Della Valle, Tutto Juve, name it. Everyone is guessing at this point, saying, oh, it could be two weeks, 4 weeks, surgery, no surgery, 1 month, 4 months, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. They're all guessing at this point. Nobody knows the length of the injury or the severity of the injury at this moment in time while I'm recording. Now, the moment I'm recording and the moment this video comes out, it's at least 9-10 hours in between. So things might have changed while you are watching this video. So keep that in mind. I'm not gonna talk about the extent because I don't know the extent. It could be 4 months, it could be 2 weeks. If it's 4 months, we have an issue. If it's a month, it's still an issue, but like it's bridgeable. If it's 4 months, we have a serious injury, and this video was going to be mainly about midfielders. And well, this fits into it. Like if it's 4 months, if worst case scenario, we cannot go in the season with the same midfield, a midfield that was not good enough. We know that it's not magically turned to be out amazing over 3 weeks, not even of training. Like that's not gonna happen. Like Pogba was the X factor in that midfield, and when we signed Pogba, if people know on the channel, I personally, Julian also, like we've said many times, yeah, but the injuries are gonna be a problem. You're gonna take it with. Now, to Pogba's defense, this is not a muscle injury. This is like a freak of injury, like bad luck. It is what it is. It's bad luck. This injury is just pure bad luck. It can happen out of nowhere. You can just be running, like warming up lap, and you twist your thing and it's gone. Like this is just bad luck. But we knew at some point injuries could occur with signing, like when you sign Pogba. So we knew that, and at that point I kept saying that midfield is still not good enough. We need something more. Now, if it's 4 months, we absolutely need something more. We're not being linked with anyone besides Paredes, and we will go talking about Paredes soon. But the Pogba injury is a serious concern because he was that X factor in that midfield, a midfield that was lacking everything: pace, goals, also because McKennie was out, like technique, strength, in my opinion, like someone who can make things happen out of nowhere. It was missing absolutely everything. And it's back to square one. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it doesn't matter, we have Meretti, Fagioli, and whatever. I've not seen Fagioli perform at a high level. Like I don't watch Cremonese, so I cannot sit here and say it's fine, we have Fagioli. Like I cannot say that. I cannot even say that with Meretti because I only watched 4 games at a high level. Yes, under 23s and all those things, but like at a high level, there's no certainty that we can say, oh, we have those two players, excuse me, it will be fine. There's nothing certain. And again, if you bring in, just saying Frankie de Jong is also not certain, he can completely flop. But the chances of certified players flopping compared to someone who not played at this level flopping are less. That's just, in my opinion, a fact, you know, or like something you can bank your hopes on or whatever. But this is an issue. Let's see what the length of the injury, or like the extent, severity of the injury will be, and the length in terms of how many weeks, months is he gonna miss. The positive news is the transfer market is still open for a month, so you can address it. But we need to move on a lot of players, and that's what, when a few days, maybe a week ago, I said like I still don't rate this transfer window very highly, because we bring in Pogba, fine, but he has an injury record. We bring in Di Maria, fine, I like it, like I was all for it. Bremer, good, but Bremer is not an addition, is a replacement for De Ligt. We have so many things still to do, incoming and outgoing. I keep saying it, and I don't want to say this proves me right, because I don't want to be proven right with an injury on Pogba. But even if Pogba was fit, my camera is blurry, let me sort that out. Even if Pogba was fit, I will still be saying the same thing. Well, what's my camera doing? Okay, that's better. Weird. I would still be saying the same thing. If Pogba was fit, we still needed more. But let's see what's gonna come out in the next few hours after this video. Basically, how long is he gonna be out? But yeah, let's move on to the other news, the good news, basically, or like half good news, and that's Arthur. Because according to Di Marzio, Valencia are in talks with Juve, and he's saying Juve are trying to move on Arthur, Valencia, and Ramsey contract termination and make a move for Paredes. Now, the big news is Valencia are in for Arthur, and that's good news. The bad news is they don't have money, so they're not gonna buy it. They want a loan, and they want us to pay part of his insane almost 7 million wages a year. If it's Valencia, it's gonna be a loan, and we're gonna pay part of his wages. And I think at this point, Valencia is the only club showing interest for Arthur. The club has no, you know, how do you say, like, they don't have any other options than saying, yeah, go out on loan, and we're gonna pay part of your wages, because the club cannot turn around and say, we're gonna keep you and not play you, because Allegri will not play you. That's not gonna happen. So the good news is, and I see that the graphic is saying presser and not news report. I'm sorry, it's a mess. Like after the Pogba news, my head was gone for a minute, so it says presser and not news report. My bad. But yeah, that's the positive news. The negative news is, yeah, Valencia don't have a lot of money, so it's gonna be a loan, and we're gonna pay part of the wages if this deal is gonna happen. Ramsey still working on it. We're offering 3. He wants a little bit more. I think that will get done soon. And then yeah, the next news is Paredes. Now there were a lot of reports today saying nobody reported that we made an offer. So I think Romeo jumped on it a little bit. We never made an offer for Paredes. We're just interested, and he wants to join. That's the situation. But Romeo is saying at the moment you have not made an offer to PSG for Paredes. We knew that. The profile is appreciated by the Bianconeri, but at certain figures. Before possibly making a final move for him, the club needs to move on players. Now, with Pogba maybe being out for a while, you still need to move on players because they're not good enough, and you make room. But like, you don't have a lot of choice if Pogba's out for a while. Like, you're gonna need to make a deal happen. I'm not a big Paredes, like I was a big Paredes fan way back, like really fan. I was, when he was going to Zenit from Rome, I was like, fuck, we need to get him. We didn't. When he was moving PSG, I was like, go get him now. No, he went PSG. But the last 3 seasons, he didn't even start 40 games in 3 seasons for PSG. That's just horrendous. Like that's worse than being a backup. I'm sorry. Of that talent, the talent he has, and on top of that, last season his injury record looks kind of scary. So all of those things are not like, it doesn't fill you with hope. The only hopeful thing is he can play that Regista role. Apparently Allegri wants a Regista role. That's it, you know. But it's not like we're signing Pogba, Paredes, and I'm over the moon with Paredes. If it was 5 years ago, I would be over the moon, because 5 years ago, he was unbelievable. He's still very talented, but like I was like, that's a player we can use. That's the player who can make the difference. I don't really think he can make the difference in terms of when we're gonna see him play. It will be like, wow, world changer. Like this is gonna change the landscape for us. We're gonna win it because of Paredes. I don't believe that, you know. And now with Pogba maybe being out more again, maybe that feeling only gets stronger. I'm like, if he's out, like imagine Pogba being out 4 months. I don't want to see that same midfield again. A midfield that's not good enough with Paredes. Is that gonna be a big difference? I don't believe that. I'm struggling to see it. I'm struggling to believe that, and that's worrying. We were live when the news of Pogba broke, and people were saying get Frankie de Jong and Savic. It's not gonna happen. Like we're not gonna spend 75 on Frankie de Jong or Savic plus wages. Like I would be absolutely shocked if we do that. Absolutely shocked. I will be confused because we need so much more. I don't like how. So I think it's gonna be Paredes, and if Pogba's out for a longer time, it's gonna be Paredes 100% sure, I believe. Like even if we don't move on all the players who want to move on, they're still gonna go for Paredes. He's the hot name at the moment. Let's see how that will develop. No offer, but we are interested. Let's see how the Valencia thing goes for Arthur. I think that's kind of key. But yeah, like at the moment the situation is not like, and it's strange to say because you bring in Pogba, Di Maria and Bremer, but you need to sit back and think about it. You lost a lot of players, Morata, Dybala, Bernardeschi. We can discuss the quality, I get that, but you lost those players and you lost the league. You bring in Bremer because you needed to bring in Bremer because you lost the league, and a credit for a club to bring him in, fine, 100% sure, but it's not an addition, it's a replacement. Then you move on to the right wing, you bring in Di Maria, fine, I like him, I still think he's top quality, but you lost Bernardeschi and Dybala. You lost Morata also, so it's only one coming in at the moment. That's that. And in midfield, it's Pogba, but we still have Arthur, we still have Ramsey for now, we still have Zakaria, where I don't think Allegri rates him. And when I look at Zakaria, I'm like, okay, where are you gonna play under Allegri? Rabiot, he asked to leave. Is he gonna leave? You know, Locatelli playing that DM position, which is not really, it's not why you spent that money for. Like you have Rovella going Sanitano, you have Miretti Fagioli. Like it's kind of messy at this point still. So let's see how that will develop. And then we move on to the last bit of news, like kind of big news. We were live when the news broke, but like because of the Pogba thing, we were like confused. It's a striker position. According to Di Marzio, the priority at the moment is getting that striker, whatever in. And he said Juve have asked information for Martial and Werner. He said like Werner, based on the De Ligt situation a month ago when Chelsea were in for De Ligt, they again asked for information to see what is possible, and also Martial. The priority is still Morata, but at the moment it's difficult to agree a price with Atletico. Alfredo Pedula saying we're still in for Muriel, who Atalanta value at 13 million euros, 14 million euros, something like that. That's the situation. We need to get someone in. I still believe it's going to be Morata. I still believe it's going to happen towards the end of the transfer window, so August. That's what I believe. I don't believe you're going to pay, like Martial, forget about it for now. That's a weird one. And Werner, like even that sounds a weird one in terms of, are we actually in for Werner? I still think it's Morata. But all those names can play kind of across the line. You can debate, is that Morata's best position, is that Werner's position, but there have been all deployed in that position along their careers. Arnautovic is the only one who is like, that's a weird one. Like looking at the other links, it's like you don't really should be in this list, but it is what it is. He is in this list. So we need to see how that will develop. I still believe it's Morata. Let me know in the comments who you think it's gonna be. Let me know in the comments who you want it to be. That's important. And also let me know what you think about the Pogba situation. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, we know the extent of the injury. Let's see how that will develop. Before I wrap it up, I want to put this one up still. we're doing still a prediction league. So if you want to join the prediction league, it's for the entire season. Join the members group. You get access to the Discord member chat and the prediction league table. You can get in your predictions for each game and things like that. And you can win prizes, official jersey, gift card, free membership for a year, all those good stuff, fun stuff. So do that if you want. And yeah, then I'm gonna wrap it up with, I don't know, hopefully good news for Pogba when I wake up or whenever you watch this video. But for now, it sounds not good. Like it's not a good situation. But let's see what that will develop. Thanks everyone for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and we will see you back tonight for a watch along for the Barcelona game. Stay tuned for that, and we see you. Ciao.